Hello everyone. Today we're going to be going over is Cloud's Strife from Final Fantasy. Is his swordsmanship real? And the answer is yes, it is. It's actually mostly from European martial art called Hema. And there is some of it that he does that's from Kenjutsu as well, but a sword is a sword, okay? Sword martial art, sword martial art. A lot of similarities. And with my help, you will be able to take on Sephiroth. Maybe, hopefully. Got triggered for a second. If you know, you know. But, yes, since Cloud has a lot of moves from all the games, I will only be going over some of them. If you want me to go over more of his moves, you already know what to do. So, let's get started. Okay, to start, so I can tell definitely in Final Fantasy VII and the remake and Smash Bros, he is definitely in the flug, right? The stance is called flug, right? This is a European stance, okay? And we have old pictures to show that this is correct. This is actually a stance, okay? So this is his basic stance. So we're going to go over that now. So first off, you want to have your thumb on top of this here, okay? And if you guys are wondering, can I do this with a katana as well? Yes, you can. I mean, it's going to be hard to put your thumb on it, but you can still have this stance, okay? So, if I'm having this stance with a katana, just like this, okay? See? Here's the thumb. Now, if you guys have seen my other with Tanjiro, how to do the moves from Tanjiro, because a lot of you guys like it. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Anyway, yes, you're still going to be holding the sword the same, okay? Relax the two first fingers, have your thumb on the middle finger, and then you relax your left hand as well, thumb on the middle finger, okay? You're still going to hold it like that for the other sword. So no matter what you're holding, if it's a wooden sword, lightsaber, I don't care, hold it like that, okay? But if you do have room, put your thumb on it. It's going to make it easier. Anyway, so yes, to get in flug, so your belly button is right here, right? You're going to put your sword just underneath it, like so. You almost want to put it connected to your hip, okay? And then the tip of the blade is going to be pointing at the other person's chest, like so. So that way you can defend with it a lot easier, okay? That's number one. Number two, the footwork. So if you're right-handed, you're gonna have your left foot forward, right? It's like orthodox for hand-to-hand combat. So if you're left-handed, you have your right foot forward. Actually, you will be switching stances, because when it comes to swordsmanship, there's a lot of foot switching. So don't worry about that for now. Just be in the stance that you're comfortable with. Put it close to your hip. Bend your knees. And your back foot, do not be parallel like this. This is not kicking. Okay, that's not kicking. So don't be bladed. Have your leg out. Back leg. Your back leg is going to be out. Okay? Then you're going to be bend your knees. Boom. There you go. There's your stance. Okay? That's what it looks like on the side. Okay. Now let's go with the basic move that's in Japanese swordsmanship and European martial arts. So yes, so to do Cloud's first move, the Zornhau strike, you can do it from either stance he does, but we're going to do it from flug for right now. So from here, you want to put your tip of your sword first. You want that to guide your feet, okay? You don't want to put your hands first and then slash. And you also don't want to step first and then slash. And if you do this first, you're going to get hit. You do this first, you're gonna get hit. So you want to put your tip first while you're swinging and let your sword guide your feet. Like that. Okay, and don't track it back and swing. Just, you can do it from there. Tip forward, slowly. Boom. So right when you're going through, that's when you're taking a step forward. You gotta remember, you gotta cover your center line. So if you're here, you're gonna push your sword out and then slice down, like you're starting to make an X. Like so. Don't pull it back, then go. That's too slow. Because if you pull it back, then you're gonna get hit. You just from here, boom. See? So you want your blade to go before your feet. Don't have your feet guide your sword. Make your sword guide your feet. You are switching stances. So your back leg is coming forward. Like so. And that's how you do Cloud's first strike. The Zornhau. Or in Japanese, Kisagiri. Cloud's cross slash definitely changes depending on which game you're playing. For example, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, he'll get into his stance and then you'll see him turn with a Zornhau. Right now, I'm not saying that you can't do that in a sword fight or if you're versing someone else with a weapon or whatever. It's just, this does leave you vulnerable for getting hit, including if you're versing a high level opponent, you'll get hit. However, what you can do if you want to make that work, you'll step off to the side and then do it. Okay? All you got to do there, I definitely recommend you faking to kind of get them flinching to set it up. So you'll fake and at the same time step off to the left. Okay? Boom! With your front leg. And then with your back leg, you're going to spin around, come fully through. Boom! Just like that. Okay? If you want to do it exactly that. However, in Smash Brothers, Cloud straight up just goes Zornhau. And now what you guys need to understand is, with swordsmanship, you need to cover your line. Because if you don't, what will happen is what we call double kills, where both people will hit each other at the same time. You must cover your center line. Zornhau does cover the center line. Okay? But side slashes really don't cover the center line, because what's going to happen is, even if you hit them first, you can die or get hit afterwards. That's what happened to me. It happens to everybody, trust me, it's not just me. So when you hit, if you are gonna do that, you need to hit their sword off center, or do it when they're backing up. Okay? Or do it when you got them off guard. But it's definitely safe to back up afterwards, or protect yourself right after. Cloud in Smash Brothers, he does two Zornhaus. He'll go Zornhau, Zornhau. And that will definitely protect your center line. So you can actually do Cloud's Super Smash Brothers cross slash. You can go boom, boom. And that will actually protect your center line. What you want to do that, come here, and then you're going to turn your sword this way. Leave your arms out, leave them forward. Turn your sword, the tip, down and then around. And with your back leg, because remember, when you throw your Zornhau, you're switching stances and your right foot is coming forward. Right when you throw Zornhau, your right foot is coming forward. Then you're going to switch stances again. This comes around, left foot comes forward, bam, just like that. Keep your arms in front of you. Don't track them back. Don't go, that's too slow. Keep them forward. Also, the thing about Cloud's cross slash is he actually does it in southpaw with his right foot forward, right? So that's why it looks like this. But for most people, you guys are right-handed, and for right-handed people, it's easier for them to start naturally. For right-handed people to start with their left foot forward. It's more natural, or at least it should be. Okay? So I'm teaching you guys the easier way of how to learn it. That's why it looks slightly different. It's not much different. If you do it on the other side, you'll get exactly his exact movement in detail. And you basically be like Star Wars at that point. Cloud's cross slash in Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually more doable. As long as if you don't do the spin. unless you're really good at taking that angle and getting off the center line and catching them, then you can do that. But even if you don't do that part, you can actually do the full Final Fantasy VII Cloud's cross slash. So you go here, Zornhau. After Zornhau, you're going to come up. And this protects your center line as well. And how you do that move is after you swing to Zornhau, lift your hands above your head, and you're going to turn your sword down. Your hands are still going to be above your head though. They're not doing this. You see that? It's not doing that. I'm not lifting my hands up, coming down, and then coming through. I'm not doing that. I'm lifting my hands up, and they're staying up, and I'm just turning the tip of the sword through. So it looks like this. When I'm here, hands up, turn with the hands staying up. Just to let you know, just a tip. You can actually throw Zornhau without switching stances, and you can throw Centano without switching stances as well. You can literally go, so you don't have to switch stances, right? So you want to do the horizontal strike. It does take a lot of time, but here's a tip for you. If you're gonna do it, make sure you run through them, past them in an angle. When you come down, with your right leg or left leg, depending which way you're going, walk through it. Take 2 steps. So it looks like this. From here, and I go right off camera. See that? Boom. And that will make you safer. It's not fully guaranteed, but I've gotten a lot of people with it without getting hit. So it's here. Whew. And you can even go and back up too. So in full, Cloud's cross slash from Final Fantasy VII Remake looks like this. Right? Side view. Slash. Now go out there and try to fight Sephiroth on your own. Good luck.